Today I reset the NBA with a fantasy draft and gave every single team a random all-time legend. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, today we are using a fantasy draft to completely reset the NBA. Now, after we reset the NBA, you might think, oh, that's all we're doing, just resetting the NBA? No. We have a wheel, as you can see, with 30 of some of the best players of all time, and we will be spinning a wheel and giving a team every single team when the league is reset a random legend. So let's get ready to the fantasy draft. Before we get into a special, like, subscribe. We're so close to 10,000 subs. So I'm trying to hit that by the end of the year. Let's get it. Okay, I'm gonna select the I don't want to select a team with a high pick because the picks are usually randomized, but let's just do it. We'll simulate most of the first round. Jokic gets picked first. Wemby goes to the Lakers. Giannis to the Bulls. Okay, so now I got to choose a player. We'll just go with the top player, give the man. Okay. Tatum gets drafted. Obviously, we will be fixing the injuries. I don't know why. This is supposed to be a non-injured roster, so all these top players' injuries we'll obviously fix. But yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and sim the rest of the draft, and then we'll see. Just sim the entire draft. So we'll see who else and everybody else who gets drafted and all that fun stuff. I don't know why this simulation is taking so long, but should be interesting to see how the league looks. Obviously, this is not an all-time draft. This is just a current day draft. So the last player drafted is Johnny Broome. Very nice. Okay, so this is the NBA reset. Anthony Edwards and Sabonis ended up together. We got Banchero and LaMelo Ball. That should be a fun duo. Giannis and Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey ended up back on the Chicago Bulls. This team looks fantastic, especially for how good Josh Giddey is playing right now. There's Cade Cunningham and Scotty Barnes. We got Dame. We got Devin Booker and DeRozan. Towns and Markkanen. Steph Curry, Derek White, and Alexander Sarr is pretty nasty. Harden and Franz Wagner. Luka and Walker Kessler. Siakam and Zubac. Bam and Sengun, Jokic and Denny. Denny has been he's been playing unbelievable this season so far. Wemby, Jamal Murray, okay. Mobley, Tyrese Maxey, LeBron James, and Norman Powell, Kevin Durant, and is that Trae Young? Indeed, Kevin Durant's back in Brooklyn. Brown and Zion are together in Denver. Shea is in Indiana. That's pretty hilarious. Embiid is here with Chet. That's interesting. Halliburton and Jalen Duren. We got Jalen Williams and Thompson, Kawhi and Jalen Johnson, Austin Reeves. We got Anthony Davis and Garland, Kyrie and Jimmy Butler, Donovan Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox. I think 2K actually just went ahead and fixed the injuries themselves, which is nice. Look, Tatum is healthy now. And then, that's pretty much it. So let's get right into the Sixers. Who is going to be Anthony Edwards' teammate in Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen? That is the question. And it is going to be, our first addition is Bill Russell. Okay. Now, I will say I don't think there's a cyber face of Bill Russell, so we might have to pick one of these random. Yeah, like I said, there's not a cyber face of Bill Russell. So there he is on the 76ers. They don't necessarily need a center, but I guess he'll work pretty well there in Philly. Him and Anthony Edwards is definitely an interesting duo. All right, up next we got Milwaukee. There's Paolo Banchero and LaMelo. I'm curious to see who's going to be joining this team. And it's going to be, is that Moses Malone? It is indeed Moses Malone. Okay, so unironically, this team does actually need a center, so this works pretty perfect for the Bucks. They replaced Kello Ware with Moses Malone, and the LaMelo Ball to Moses connection should be fun to watch. So next we got Giannis on the Chicago Bulls. Let's go ahead and see who his teammate is. Okay, John Stockton will be fun, I'm not going to lie. John Stockton is going to be playing in Chicago with Giannis. All right, there's John Stockton now on the Chicago Bulls. Let's move on to Cleveland. We got Cade Cunningham and Scotty Barnes here. Very solid young team from what I can see. And they are going to get either Allen Iverson or Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant would fit kind of perfectly on this team. It's going to just barely land on Kevin Durant. So that's a nice little addition. All right, there you go. Prime Kevin Durant now on the Cavaliers. He replaces Asar Thompson, so that's a very nice replacement. Who's on the Celtics? We got Damian Lillard, Jaren Jackson. Not the greatest team out of all of them, but still decent. And it would be funny if they get Larry Bird. That is funny. Larry Bird just can't avoid the Boston Celtics, man. He's just Boston. He is literally the epitome of Boston till I die. There you go, 97 overall. Larry Bird has been added to the Boston Celtics. Up next, the Clippers. Devin Booker, DeMar DeRozan, who is going to be joining D-Book on the Clippers. I think it's going to be Allen Iverson or possibly Jokic if it goes just a little bit more. They just missed out on Nikola Jokic, but they are going to get Allen Iverson, who is obviously an unbelievable legend. All right, there you go. We got Allen Iverson now in the building joining Devin Booker, so that should be fun. Memphis has Karl-Anthony Towns and Lauri Markkanen. Let's go ahead and see who they get here. Is that Steph Curry? It might land on Steph Curry or Shaq, either or. It's going to be Shaquille O'Neal who's going to be joining the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, there we go. Prime Shaquille O'Neal now on the Grizzlies. Him and Cat should be an interesting duo. Let's see who joins Steph Curry in Atlanta. He needs some help. Not going to lie, he could definitely use some help. Oh my God, it might land on LeBron. It might land on LeBron. It almost lands on Steph. We'd have double Stephs. It's going to be LeBron James being added to this team. So we get to watch LeBron James in his prime, joined by Steph Curry. That team is going to be ridiculously good. All right. This Miami team is a little bit mid, not going to lie. They do have a, aging James Harden and Franz Wagner, but not much else is really going for them. And I don't know if they necessarily need a point guard, but I guess Magic Johnson will do. All right, there you go. Magic Johnson now on the team, and Harden is going to move to his original position as a shooting guard. The Hornets have Luka Doncic. We have multiple Magics on this wheel. Okay, well we'll fix that. We'll fix that later. Am I missing anybody here that's like very important? I don't know, but we'll fix that later. Okay, Hornets. Luka Doncic is of course on this Hornets team, so let's go ahead and see who they are going to get, and they are going to get Oscar Robertson. They don't necessarily need a point guard, so I don't think this is the greatest fit, not going to lie, but you can't really complain with Oscar Robertson, I'll tell you that. All right, so prime Oscar Robertson. We got to move Luka to the shooting guard, or I guess one of them to the shooting guard. I'm assuming Oscar's fine as shooting guard. I actually bumped him up to a 99 overall, and that's a pretty insane backcourt right there. Okay, so Utah Jazz, they have Siakam, they have Zubac. Definitely not the greatest team on earth, but not terrible, too. They are going to get... Is that Jokic? I believe that is Jokic. Indeed, it is. All right, so Jokic is now added to the Jazz. They're not the greatest team, but I'm sure Jokic will make them contenders. Sacramento has Bam and Sengun. It's kind of crazy that Bam Adebayo is a higher overall than Sengun. I find that to be incredibly disrespectful to Alfred Sengun, but whatever. Who are they going to add to their team? Oh, there's two Giannis's. Okay, I messed up this just a little bit, clearly. There's two Giannis's. So we'll remove all instances of Giannis's, but yeah. All right, there you go. Giannis added to the Kings now. Wait, is this the wrong version? Is this the 99 everything Giannis? How did I know that was the 99 everything Giannis? All right, there we go. That's the right version of Giannis. Knicks, who is joining Nikola Jokic in New York. He just got picked from the wheel, and they are going to get Dwayne Wade. All right, they need some extra offense, so Wade will definitely be a big help for them. All right, Dwayne Wade now, in his prime on the Knicks. Who's on the Lakers again? Victor Wembanyama. All right, so obviously this is a massive spin to see who Victor Wembanyama gets. Obviously, that might land on Jordan. Oh, my goodness. Michael Jordan and Victor Wembanyama are now teammates, man. That is ridiculous. All right, so Jordan is now on the Lakers, and he's with Wemby. So that is going to be an absolutely unstoppable duo. We got Evan Mobley on the Orlando Magic. They also have Tyrese Maxey. So this is a pretty decent team. Pretty solid if you ask me. And they are going to get, is that Wilt Chamberlain? I believe that's going to land on Wilt. Indeed it is. So now you might be wondering, there were, I think, 2 duplicates on this wheel. So I think we might be missing a couple players for sure. And we'll get to that once we get down the line. But for now, Wilt Chamberlain is now, okay, that's the wrong Wilt. We need prime Wilt. All right, this is still not prime Wilt, man. Where is prime Wilt? Wilt is not a 94 overall. Prime Wilt is a 99 overall. Give him his 99 overall player build. What are we doing? There it is. Okay, prime Wilt. This should be him. There we go. Perfect. So there he is. He's on the Orlando Magic. Okay, Dallas. LeBron James is here with Norman Powell. Actually, kind of ironic that he's here. It's kind of funny. We'll go ahead and see who LeBron gets. It's going to be... Oh, my God. The reunion, man. The reunion. Westbrook and LeBron. The official reunion, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how happy LeBron is about this, but hey, man, he's going to have to get used to it because this is your new teammate, buddy. This is your new teammate. There you go. All right, Brooklyn. Kevin Durant. They also have Trae Young. Pretty solid team. See who they get here. There's a couple steals still on the deck. I was going to say like Tim Duncan as he gets selected, but he's off the wheel. But there's still a couple of great players. I mean, everybody here is great, but some of the big stars that I like to think of are like a guy like Steph is still here. Kobe's still here. That's really the only two like big stars. But Nets are going to get Tim Duncan. Sick. There you go. Prime Tim Duncan in the building. And he's going to be joining Kevin Durant in Brooklyn. Okay, Jaylen Brown and Zion Williamson. That's actually a pretty decent team. So let's see who they get. They're going to get, is that Hakeem Olajuwon? It is Hakeem. Maybe he'll teach Zion a thing or two about post bag work. There we go. Hakeem Olajuwon in the building with Zion Williamson. Okay, Shea. Do you guys think Shea is going to win another MVP this year? I think if he keeps playing like this, man, especially if the Thunder might actually hit 70 wins this season is what it looks like. So do you guys think that Shea is going to win that second MVP? I honestly think it's going to be, I think it might be Luka this year. I think that the narrative is set for him to win the MVP. But it'll be hard because it really all comes down to standings. But there's your new teammate, Shea. He's Karl Malone, so maybe don't get too comfortable with him. Okay, Embiid and Chet and Jared McCain are all on this team. I didn't know Jared McCain was only 80 overall. I feel like that's a little bit disrespect. It's not landing on Kobe Bryant. It's landing on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All right, prime Kareem Abdul-Jabbar now in the building. Why is he playing six-man? Oh, because this isn't the prime version. This is not the prime version. He's 36 in that for some reason. That's why he's not starting. So let me fix that. Jesus. All right, there we go. That's prime Kareem right there. There you go. All right, so now he should be starting, right? I assume he should be starting. There we go. Okay, now he's starting over Embiid. I was like, even the 36-year-old Kareem should be starting over Embiid. But Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Duren in Detroit. Who are they going to get? It's going to be Dirk Nowitzki making his way to Detroit. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Welcome to Detroit. I hope you enjoy your stay, buddy. Why do they keep giving me the rookie version of these players? I don't understand. All right, there we go. That's Dirk 2011. That's the Dirk I want. All right, so he'll start at power forward. Raptors. Jalen Williams, is that a man? Yes, it is, indeed. Who are the Raptors going to get? I think it'd be fun if they got Kawhi, not gonna lie. Don't make it look like I'm rigging this, though, if they get Kawhi. Thank you. It's going to go on Kobe. All right, there you go. Prime Kobe Bryant. Shouldn't be a 96 overall. It should be a 99 overall, buddy. So let's fix that. And there you go. Up on to the next. Houston Rockets have Kawhi. It would be fun if they had a second Kawhi, I guess, right? Jalen Johnson has been going off as well this season. And they're going to get a prime James Harden. Steph Curry, by the way, still on the board. So definitely curious to see where he ends up. But first, we're getting prime James Harden in the building. There you go. Please to actually be a prime Harden. Thank you. See, that's a prime Harden. And he's in Houston. That's kind of fire. I just picked that up for some reason. All right, Austin Reeves. I don't know how he's an 89 overall. Now, listen, he's been playing great, but I don't know about 89 overall great. Either way, the Spurs get Kevin Garnett. All right, here we go. We got San Antonio. Kevin Garnett is now in the building. I don't know why it took so long for me to get the right version of him. We got Anthony Davis, Darius Garland. Not a bad team. Now, how many teams do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got to add 2 players here. I know one player I'm missing is Jerry West, so we can add him. Who's another player we can add here, man? I got to think. Should we just have some fun? You know what? Let me just add Shea. Why not? Just keep it simple. Keep it light. I don't want to go too deep into it. So, okay, Phoenix Suns. Let's see who they get here. Phoenix, who are you going to land on? It's going to be newly added to the wheel, Jerry West. All right, so new shooting guard for the Phoenix Suns is going to be Jerry West. We got the Thunder, Kyrie, and Jimmy Butler. I don't know. Who do we want on this team? I guess they need probably a center, but there are no centers on the board anymore. They probably didn't need a point guard, but I guess, you know what I'm saying, Chris Paul, you can't complain about point god CP3. All right, there you go. 98 overall. He replaces Kyrie in the starting lineup. And the Timberwolves have Donovan Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, and Kristaps. I guess they need like a small forward, so Kawhi would be perfect. I don't really think Steph fits too well with this team, but we can't obviously just go ahead and respin it. So Timberwolves are going to get Steph. And you know what? The Minnesota Timberwolves will always have one thing on their side, and that is their ability to have 2K's good side at all times. So I'm sure they'll be fine. Portland Trail Blazers, John Morant and Zach LaVine. 3 players left on the wheel. And for Portland, they are getting, I think it's going to be Dr. J. It is. I thought that was for sure landing on Kawhi, and then it just landed on Julius Erving. So there you go. So Julius Erving added to the Portland Trail Blazers. There you go. Golden State, this is our last and final spin. Golden State is either getting Shea or Kawhi. I guess they could use probably, I think they would prefer to have, they probably prefer to have the better player, so Kawhi would probably be better, but they're getting Shea, and Shea is insane in this game. So I'm sure they won't be complaining about that. There's Shea. Got him on here. He was the last addition to this, and that means Jason Tatum and Tyler Hero will be getting Kawhi Leonard on their team. Let's go over the teams. All right, let's go over this. So Philadelphia now has Bill Russell, Anthony Edwards. We got Moses Malone, Paolo, and LaMelo in Milwaukee. Giannis, Stockton, and Giddey in Chicago. Durant, Cade Cunningham, and Scotty Barnes. Larry Bird, Lillard. We got Iverson, Devin Booker. We got Shaq and Cat. We got LeBron and Curry. That'll be fun. Magic and Harden. Oscar Robertson and Luka. Jokic and Siakam. Giannis and Bam. Wade and Jokic. That'll also be fun. Jordan and Wembanyama. This is probably the one I'm most amped up for, to be honest with you. We got Wilt and Evan Mobley. LeBron James and Westbrook will be funny. Tim Duncan and Kevin Durant. Hakeem and Jaylen Brown. Shea and Karl Malone. Kareem and Embiid. Dirk and Halliburton. Kobe and Jalen Williams. We got Harden and Kawhi. Garnett and Austin Reeves. Jerry West and Anthony Davis. Chris Paul and Kyrie. Curry and Mitchell. Dr. J and Morant. Shea and Brunson. And then Kawhi, Tatum, and Tyler Hero. So let's get right into this. If you already made it this far in the video, make sure to smash the like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comment section right now. Right now, I said right now, what team you think has the best odds of winning this. All right, let's do it. Magic Johnson doing his best Westbrook impression, averaging a triple-double. I just said, calling Magic Johnson doing a Westbrook impression, that feels so disrespectful. I didn't mean that at all. Rookie of the Year, Bill Russell. There's Josh Giddey winning the Sixth Man of the Year. There's LeBron as the defensive player. Okay. Scoot Henderson, most improved. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's probably not going to happen. Hakeem, clutch player of the year. And then the Warriors finished with a good record. Here's your All-NBA first team, ladies and gentlemen. I guess we'll look at the stats real quick. We got Magic averaging 25. We saw that. Oscar putting up 31. Damn, he outplayed Luka like crazy. 25 and 11 from Jokic. Wemby 25 and 12, and then Garnett put up 22 and 12. Shea put up a nice little 30 bomb. LeBron, we saw Giannis, a nice little 32 bomb. Wilt, a nice little 29 bomb. And then we saw Bill Russell. Luka was able to average 30 as well next to Oscar. Jokic put up 23, 10, and 9. Kareem was able to put up 28 and 13. Cade, 35 and 8. And then Hakeem put up 25 and 12. Now, I have seen a lot of you guys get kind of, not upset, but just like you guys want to see the standings of these videos. So I'm definitely going to be doing that from now on. I'm sorry. I understand why you guys want to see that. So the Bulls finished as the number 1 seed. Here's their team with Stockton and Giannis. And then we got Kobe, Jalen Williams, and a couple other great players, as well as Amen Thompson. And the Raptors finishing with the 2nd seed in the East. There's Magic. There's Cleveland with Cade and Durant. New York with Wade and Jokic. That's a great team. We got Shea. We got Trae Young and Kevin Durant and Tim Duncan. I'm surprised that team didn't finish with a higher seed. Let's see what else is going on here. There's LaMelo making the play-in, as well as the Magic, and so did the Hawks with Steph and LeBron. This team ended up not doing as good as I thought they would. I'm not going to lie. I thought that team was going to do way better. And also the Hornets with Luka and Oscar Robertson, they somehow missed the playoffs, surprisingly. So that's how deep this league is. You know what I'm saying? Puts it into perspective for you guys. But let's move on to the Western Conference. Warriors with Shea and Cooper Flag and Jalen Green and Jalen Brunson. Honestly, I don't really know how this team finishes the number 1 seed, but whatever. Lakers with Michael Jordan and Wemby finish as the 2nd seed. There's your Spurs. Okay, Austin Reeves and Kevin Garnett played great together. Steph and Donovan Mitchell played great together. Sacramento with Giannis and Bam and Sengun played great. We got this Pelicans team with Kareem, Russell Westbrook, and LeBron were able to find themselves as the 7th seed. The 8th seeded James Harden and Kawhi. We got the Nuggets, Zion and Brunson and Hakeem. Grizzlies able to make the play-in, Shaq and Cat. And dead last is this Ja Morant, Julius Erving-led team. All right, so let's get right into the play-in, ladies and gentlemen. No waiting around. Our first matchup is this. Let's see if Westbrook and LeBron can move on to the playoffs. All right, so this does look like it could be a hop-in game if the Dallas Mavericks can cut it to a 2-possession lead, but okay, they did. So 1 minute and 38 seconds, 6-point game. They can technically come back from this, so we will hop in to see if we'll get a fun little ending. I do see that the Dallas Mavericks have the ball, so we'll see them get a... Oh, no, they don't. They need a stop. Here we go. Prime James Harden. Let's watch him go to work. James Harden with it. Between the legs. Sizing up. Is that Dyson? That's not Dyson Daniels. Nice move from Harden. Gets to the basket. It's now an 8-point game. Not looking too good for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, remember, this is not a prime LeBron James, so it makes sense why they might be struggling. Westbrook all the way to the basket. Gets a layup to go. Here's James Harden. Harden. Little spin. Taking it in. Good defense. Solid defense. It is stolen by Westbrook. Now it's Westbrook. Kick into LeBron. LeBron. Great pass to Porter Jr. And we have a 4-point game with just a minute remaining. They need a stop here, but the Mavericks can definitely make a run. Harden. Inside. Forcing his way up. What a block. Who just blocked that? I can't even see who blocked. Okay. Westbrook all the way to the basket. Inside. Puts it in. We got a 2-point game here. And Westbrook is cradling the baby. I knew this was a hop-in, man. Ever since I started hopping in at a 6-point lead, I used to only do like 5-point lead, and then I cut it because 6-point lead is a 2-possession game, and it became way more fun in The Sims as Harden gets to the basket, and Dallas needs a timeout. Might be the last chance for the Mavericks. Westbrook has it. 10-second separate shot clock and game clock. Hoists it up and misses. And the Mavericks are going to foul. So there it is. Houston is advancing. They're going to be landing the 7 seed. 47-3 from Westbrook. And then LeBron, you know what I'm saying, just out of his prime. So it makes sense why he's not able to do what he used to do in the playoffs. Okay, let's go. Next playing game, we got this Nuggets team with Jaylen Brown, Zion, and Hakeem versus Shaq and Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's go ahead and see how this one ends. All right, so the Nuggets, I think, are going to take care of business. Indeed, they are. Moving on, at least in the play-in, and they need to win one more game to reach the playoffs. Okay, back in the East now. Trae Young, Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan versus LaMelo Ball, Paolo Banchero, Moses Malone. This is an insanely good play-in matchup, so let's see how this one ends. And I did feel like the Nets were a much more superior team, so it makes sense why they take care of business here. 21, 15, and 4 from Tim Duncan. Just all-around great stats from everybody. Trae Young was able to put up 15 and 10. And Timmy D leading his team as he lands the 7 seed. Okay, next, Orlando. Steph Curry and LeBron versus Will Chamberlain, Maxey, and Evan Mobley. LeBron and Steph, I need to see you guys do something. All right, so LeBron and Steph live another day. Let's see how they played. LeBron 22, 12, and 12. Steph had 21. The duo of my generation is pretty fire. Okay, so we got 2 more playing games left. Westbrook, LeBron James versus Brown and Zion and Hakeem. Let's see how this one ends. All right, so this looks like it could be close here. 2-point game with 5 minutes left. Now it's a 1-point game. We might be going back and forth here. Late in the fourth quarter. It's a 4-point game now, so Denver has a decent lead. They're up 6. Remember, if it is under 2 minutes with a 6-point game, it is definitely valid of a hop-in. It's now an 8-point game, so the 10-point game is definitely not valid. If they could score one more time, if the Mavericks can score one more time, then we'll hop in. Okay, there it is. A minute and 27 seconds, 6-point game. We did this last time, so it's only fair that we do it again. 6-point game. Here is Jaylen Brown. Hakeem Olajuwon in the post with MPJ on him. This should be light work for Hakeem as he gets to the basket with ease. So Dallas is going to have to make another little comeback, which they weren't able to do against Houston. So I don't know how they're going to do it against Hakeem Olajuwon. LeBron James taking it in on Zion and can't find the shot. Chance for the Nuggets to honestly ice this one. Zion Williamson with it right into Hakeem. And LeBron is like jogging on offense. It looks like he's barely trying. So I don't think there's anything Dallas can do. Denver ends up winning by 14 and take care of business. Hakeem, 38, 11, and 7. Some of the best stats I've seen Hakeem put up. I always watch Hakeem in these videos, and he never puts up stats like that. So that's fun. Our final play-in game. Can a duo of Stephen Curry and LeBron James? All right, this looks like it's going to be a close game unless the Bucks just pull away. I would love to watch Steph and LeBron in action here. It's a 3-point game, so I think we are going to see it. Okay, 5-point game, minute 57 seconds. LeBron and Steph are going to have to make a little bit of a comeback. They do have the ball as well, so that's the good news for them. Is LeBron in the game? Yes, he is. Okay. Here's Steph Curry. Driving in on LaMelo, spins. Back to LeBron. This is a prime LeBron James. LeBron on the perimeter. Makes his move. Takes it in all the way for a slam dunk. What do you expect, man? That man is LeBron. He's literally LeBron James. He's a prime version of LeBron James. What do you guys think? Because I was having a discussion with my friend about this as LaMelo gets an easy lap. What year do you guys think LeBron was at his peak, his best? In my opinion, it was the Miami years, specifically 2013. Curry rises and misses, surprisingly. Specifically for me, it was 2013, I think. LeBron James, that was when he was the best on defense. Okay, what is this defense that the Hawks are playing, man? It's so bad. They have terrible defense. But anyway, I feel like Miami LeBron had the best defense in general and most athletic for sure. That was his athletic peak. Obviously, as far as most complete like offensive player, you got to give it to like a 2018 or second stint Cavs LeBron because he really learned how to shoot the ball much better as Sarr gets an easy slam dunk. And I understand that argument, but I just think defensively it's not even close. That 2013 LeBron was much better defensively. I dropped my controller. Hold on. All right, LaMelo Ball. Here he is. Taking it in on Steph Curry. Is that a charge? There's no way they call it charge. Yeah, what was that flop attempt? LaMelo is going to get easy free throws here. And he's most likely going to knock down both, which will make it a 7-point game with 43 seconds left. So there it is. Bucks take care of business. And a duo of Steph Curry and LeBron James that I was so amped up about has been eliminated. All right, so this is your first round, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, can't remember every single team in the first round, but that's okay. Let's get right into this. We're going to be simcasting every single elimination game. Doesn't matter what it is, what the score of the game is. It doesn't matter. I'm surprised there's no 3-0 series here, but there are a couple 3-1 series. All right, so first 3-1 series, we got the Indiana Pacers against the Miami Heat, where Shea has a 3-1 lead over Magic Johnson in the Miami Heat. So let's see if he closes things out. Okay, 29 seconds, 3-point game. I thought this game was over. It was like 7-point game with like a minute left, and then the Pacers, I guess, were able to make a run, and they have the ball as well. So clearly, there's definitely still a chance for them to take out this Heat team in 5 games. Okay, here's the Pacers. Shea with it. Are they going to go for 3 is the question. Karl Malone wants it, and he gets it. Double team comes, leaving VJ Edgecombe wide open for 3 as he misses. What a choke. That was for the tie, which means the Heat are not getting eliminated quite yet. Harden and Magic live another day as they force a big-time Game 6. All right, let's move on. Oh, my God, the 8th seed is up 3-1 against the number 1 seed. Interesting. All right, next 3-1 series, we have the Knicks up 3-1 against the Cavs. The Knicks, of course, have Wade and Jokic. And I'm surprised Cade and Kevin Durant are not putting up a bigger fight against this team. But we'll see if the Knicks take care of business here. And it looks like the New York Knicks are going to be the first team to advance to the second round. There you go. All right, up next, Stephen Curry, Donovan Mitchell, and Kristaps versus Giannis and Sengun. Timberwolves are up 3-1, so let's see if they close out the job. Okay, this is a very close one. It's a tie game with 3 minutes left. We'll see if this goes down to the wire. We got a 1-point game now. Now it's a 4-point game. Okay, 4-point game, minute 57 seconds. Let's go ahead and hop in. Here's Donovan Mitchell back out to De'Aaron Fox. Fox has it, taking it in all the way to the basket. Kick out. Donovan Mitchell, wide open three-pointer, misses. Bam, the rebound. Here comes Dylan Harper. Dylan to Giannis in the corner. A three-pointer from Giannis. That was bold of you, buddy. Minnesota, of course, has a 3-1 lead, looking to finish things off. De'Aaron Fox has it. And it's stolen by Dylan Harper. Good defense from him. Here he comes. Here he comes. Giannis has it, looking to blow past Kristaps. Can he do it? All the way to the basket. Giannis using his height, his strength, his skill to finish that layup. 2-point game. Here's De'Aaron Fox. It's stolen by Dylan Harper. Scoot Henderson is open in the corner if they find him. That is for the lead. Most improved player, Scoot Henderson, hitting a big-time three-pointer. And now Sacramento all of a sudden has a lead. Okay, I feel like we got to see prime Steph Curry. Okay, De'Aaron Fox all the way to the basket. Kind of poor defense from the Kings there, but hey, I'm sure he'll take it. All right, Giannis willing his team back into this one. For some reason, he's guarded by Donovan Mitchell. That's not fair. Yeah, you got to foul him, man. There's nothing else you can do. You got to change that matchup ASAP. Giannis at the line, looking to make it 26 points on the night as he knocks on a free throw. Now, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Giannis misses one of these, but I guess, you know what I'm saying, 2K, is he going to miss one? No, he knocks down both. Big free throws for Giannis. No timeouts for Minnesota, so here we go. Down 1, looking to close out the series and become the second team to reach round 2. Step back, Curry for the lead! That is prime Curry. Those of you who are asking, I don't know who would be asking that. 12 seconds separates shot clock and game clock. Most improved player, Scoot Henderson has it. They go to Giannis in the post. This guy cannot stop Giannis, as you would expect. Once again, like I said, Minnesota does not have a timeout. A second separates shot clock and game clock where we have a tie game. Curry. Okay, he's holding it down. He's holding it down to the last shot. A chance to reach the second round. Oh, gets Scoot Henderson leaning. Takes it in and puts it in. Timeout, Sacramento. Curry might have just won it for the Timberwolves. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. Into Giannis. Giannis hoists it up and puts it in. Ties up the game. I can't believe that actually worked. I actually can't believe that worked. Wow. Giannis ties up the game, and he is not going down without a fight here, man. He does not want to get kicked out in 5 games. I'll tell you that. All right, let's go ahead and simcast. I'm assuming we're going to get a close overtime here. All right, tie game, minute 58 seconds. Here we go. Overtime we come. Giannis at the line. Okay, Giannis at the line. Here we go. Big free throws. We saw him make both of them, and this time we see him miss one. Tie game. Steph Curry has it. Deep in overtime. Curry takes it in on Scoot Henderson. Kick out to Flipowski. Back to Curry. That's an insane shot. That is an insane shot. I respect it, but that is an insane shot with a minute and 35 seconds left in overtime. Giannis, a big screen. Roll. Why would he pass that off? I don't know, but it worked. I don't know why he would ever pass that off, though. Giannis had like a free dunk there. Down 2 all of a sudden. I thought that the Timberwolves won it with that Steph Curry shot, and here we are in overtime where they're down 2. Donovan Mitchell. I feel like we should see him with the ball a little bit more and then have Curry running around, hitting screens and all that fun stuff. Mitchell can't get the shot he wants. Andrew Wiggins now with it. Screen is set. Wiggins, that's for the lead. I doubt that's going to go in. There's Giannis grab and hold the rebound, and here comes the Kings. Scoot Henderson all the way to the basket, man. All right. Respect to Scoot Henderson. We're just under 1 minute remaining in this one, ladies and gentlemen, and the Timberwolves call timeout. Steph Curry inside, all the way to the basket, behind the back for the tie, puts it in, not for the tie, to make it a 2-point game. Puts it in. Curry is not going down here. He refuses to give up. I don't like the guys we have guarding Giannis is crazy, though. Is that Derek White? That's not even Derek White guarding. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought that was Derek White. Sengun gets an easy layup, man. Kings are honestly just playing great basketball. Can't even say much about them. Steph Curry has it. Step back. Inside on Sengun. Nice little floater, and it's good. What a shot from Stephen Curry. Wow. All right, so they're obviously going to have to foul. Now, if the Kings make both free throws, this might be over, but I will give the Timberwolves one more shot, maybe to hit a 3. Big free throws for Scoot Henderson. There's no way he makes both of these. Okay, there is, I guess, a way. Timberwolves call their last timeout. They're going to need a 3. 0.8 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. Here is Williams. Kenrich Williams, Flipowski. They need a 3, and for some reason they took out Steph. Like, what kind of logic is that? De'Aaron Fox. They do not need a 2-pointer, keep in mind. They needed a 3, and they got one. 8 seconds left here. I don't know why they took out Steph for this possession. I'm assuming they're going to sub him in after these free throws as Scoot Henderson knocks down the first. Right? Like, you can only assume. They still didn't sub him in. All right. No timeouts for the Timberwolves. 3-point game. Here we go. I thought it was over a while ago, and they have another chance as Andrew Wiggins missing the 3-pointer, and there it is. Sacramento forces a Game 6, so they're not going down in 5. What a game, man. That was one of the best games we've had. 26-2-5 and 6 steals for Curry. 34-9-5 from Giannis to save his own season, and we are moving on here. All right, up next, Kobe Bryant and Jalen Williams versus Trae Young and Kevin Durant and Tim Duncan. Kobe and the Toronto Raptors are up 3-1. Let's see if they finish off the job. And it looks like they are not going to. I told you, this Brooklyn Nets team is good as they force a big-time Game 6. Next, we got the Chicago Bulls, a different version of Giannis versus LaMelo Ball. The Bulls are up 3-1. Let's see if they become the second team to reach second round, man. This first round is going by way slower than usual, but I guess that is a good thing, too, because it means we have a lot of fun, close games. But this series is going to be the Bulls closing things out, 48, 8-7, and Giannis is averaging 43 points in that series, in those 5 games, 41, 38, 47, 44, 48, and then a 48-point game. Wow. Ridiculous stuff from Giannis Antetokounmpo. All right, so this Denver Nuggets team with Hakeem, Zion, and Jaylen Brown are looking to upset this Warriors team. Denver is up 3-1. Let's see if they get things done. And they are up almost 20 points. So sorry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Warriors. You are getting taken down in 5 games by the 8th seed. And the 8th seed in the Western Conference is the 3rd team to reach the second round. Okay, who's next? Who's next? It's the Spurs versus Pelicans? No, it's the Heat. Okay. Let's see. Again, we're back here. Let's see if Shai can take care of business. Shai just lost on one team. Let's see if he's going to lose on another team. Okay, well, it was a close game for most of the fourth quarter until about 5 minutes left in the game. Whoa, it got so close. What even just happened there? They were up like 10 in the fourth, and then boom. Game 7, I guess, there. I don't know how that happened, guys. All right, Spurs versus Pelicans. We have not seen these teams. Garnett and Julius Randle versus Kareem and Chet. It's an interesting battle of the big men. Spurs are up 3-2. Let's see if they close out the job. Okay, this is a very close one right here, guys. For sure going down to the wire. No doubt about it. We got a 4-point game. Now it's a 3-point game. It's now a 6-point game. 4-point game, 1 minute and 48 seconds. Let's see if the Spurs can crawl back into this one and finish off the series. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And it's stolen by Austin Reeves. Here comes Austin Reeves. Oh, I think we have watched the Spurs team. Nembhard misses the 3-pointer. Now it's back out to Jared McCain. Here's Moses Moody. In the post, kick out to Jared McCain. Kareem wants it, and he gets it. What a block from Kevin Garnett. Kareem, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Aaron Wiggins back to Mo Moody. Now it's McCain. Holmgren, a deep 3-pointer is missed. Spurs grab possession and a chance to make it a 1-possession game. Nembhard. Lively. Garnett wants it. Is he going to get it? He does. Garnett in the post, 8 seconds. Drawing the stupidest foul animation in the game. I absolutely despise that animation, but hey, if a player is able to pull it off, then I guess you can't really hate. Garnett at the line. Big free throws for him as he knocks down both. We got a 2-point game, just under a minute remaining. Going down to the wire. We are indeed. Kareem in the post. What was that steal attempt from Derek Lively? It looked like he didn't even try. All right, 48 seconds here. Here's Austin Reeves. Garnett wants it, and he gets it. Flings it up and misses. Chet the rebound. And it's stolen right back to Austin Reeves. Back into Garnett. Another attempt, and puts it in this time. Wow. What a defensive steal from Austin Reeves. That was huge. All right, so 11 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. We'll see if the Pelicans can ice the game. Classic fake screen to Kareem, and he gets his free dunk. 3 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. So there it is. The Pelicans are going to be winning and forcing a. Is that a game 7 or a game 6? That is a game 7. Wow. All right. All right. Timberwolves versus Kings. Curry. We watched this game. It was a banger. Will we see Steph take them down, or is he susceptible to blowing a 3-1 lead here? See, that was a good word, susceptible. I don't even know what it really means, but I feel like that was a very solid word. And there it is. Timberwolves win in 6 and take care of business. So this should be an interesting series. We still have a lot of very close series left, guys. So first up is this Raptors series where we got to see if Kobe can take down this Brooklyn Nets team. And that's not going to happen quite yet. Nets forcing a game 7. So far, we have 2 game 7s with a chance of having 4. Sorry, we have 3 game 7s, and this is our chance to have 4. Our first time finally watching Wemby and Michael Jordan. They're in a pretty tough 6-game series, though, versus Rockets team. So let's see how this one ends. Or are we going to get 4 game 7s? Guys, we are getting 4 game 7s. There it is. 4. Only 4 teams have made it past into the second round. And we've been doing, I think, the first round for like 15 minutes now. So great first round right now. I'm not going to lie, guys. But our first game 7 is going to be the Pacers versus the Miami Heat. So let's see. Magic versus Shea. Game 7. I think Miami was up 3, or no, Indiana was up 3-1 in this series. So we'll see. I think this is a chance for Miami to come back from 3-1. And it's a 3-point game with 6 seconds left. Not 6 seconds left. What I'm saying. Now it's a 3-point game with 2 minutes left. 3-point game. And we got 1 minute and 44 seconds. 117-114. Our first game 7 is going to be going down to the last minute. All right, Shea has it with Magic guarding him. What a matchup we have here. Karl Malone in the post. I don't know why we have a point guard guarding him. I believe that's Cam Thomas guarding Karl Malone. Shea driving it on Harden. Great pass to Jared Allen, who gets a free little layup. Magic Johnson with it. Magic Johnson out to Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner to Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson puts up a nice shot and puts it in. Wow, what a beautiful bucket from Magic. So it's still a 3-point game. 1 minute left. SGA has it. Karl Malone, a big body screen, and right into him because he has Cam Thomas on him, and Cam Thomas is not able to guard him. Let's be real. Magic, step back. What the hell? That's not a Magic Johnson move. What did I just watch? Shea has it. Spins. Double team comes into Karl Malone. Wide open, Bobby Portis Jr. puts it in. And it is now an 8-point lead in Miami, which means Indiana is going to be taking care of business. And there's Shea, 35, 4, and 10. And he is heading to the second round. So there's our first game 7. It was a fun one. Definitely a fun one. Next, we have the Spurs versus the Pelicans. Here we go. And we have another close game. 1 minute and 57 seconds. 2-point game. Or 3-point game. Wow. There are so many hop-ins in this simulation. And I think it's literally because there are so many good teams in this league. Like, every team is pretty much relatively even to each other, and that is why there are so many close hop-ins. It makes for a great video, so I'm definitely not complaining. Here's Jared McCain in the corner. Embiid sets a screen. McCain, kick out to Embiid. That's a tough shot, is missed. I'm not really sure. Oh, there is Kareem. Yeah, they got Kareem, Chet, and Embiid all in the court at the same time. That is overpowered. What a defensive effort from Chet to stop Julius Randle. Here's Joel Embiid now. This is a huge lineup that they're running. Joel Embiid trying to take it in on Lively, but Lively's actually playing solid defense. Embiid, 3 seconds in the key, man. You are more skilled than that, Embiid. Let's be real. All right, here's Andrew Nembhard. Kick into Kevin Garnett. Garnett in the post on Kareem. Misses. Great defense from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Jared McCain. McCain has it. Kareem on the cut, and it's stolen by Garnett. Never mind. Chet dives on the floor for it. Back out to McCain. 8 seconds. Into Joel Embiid. Looking to ice the game. Kareem. Could we see a signature skyhook? We do. He misses, but then gets his own rebound. But then Garnett actually plays good defense. Spurs have a chance to make it either a one-point game or possibly tie it up. Julius Randle. Thing is, they're just not going to be able to score on the paint with Chet. Well, actually, now I don't see Embiid in the game anymore. It's a wide-open Coward. Misses, surprisingly, and then Garnett flings it up and puts it in. All right, big free throws for the rookie out of Duke as he misses the first free throw. The nerves clearly get to him here. And next one is up, and it's good. All right, 17 seconds. No timeouts for San Antonio. Here we go. Garnett with it, bringing up the ball. Let's see if Kareem can lock him down for literally 10 seconds. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Into Coward, 3 seconds. Back out to Nembhard, 2 seconds. Nembhard for the tie, misses. And there it is. Pelicans win in 7 and are headed to the second round. So we now have 2 Game 7s, 2 games left in the first round. I think the first one is most likely Kobe, right? Yep. Okay, so Kobe against this Nets team. Remember, Kobe was up 3-1. So if he chokes this, that's kind of embarrassing. There's just no shot Kobe blows a 3-1 lead. Yep, he is, I think. 7-point game. Yeah, he is. Wow. Kobe blows a 3-1 lead. There it is. Oh, my goodness. Game 7. Michael Jordan and Wemby versus Kawhi and Harden. Our final game of the first round ends in a Game 7. It would be fun if it ends in a close game, but I would also I kind of just want to see Jordan and Wemby in the next round, so I kind of just want to see them win. And though my wish is my command, because there it is. The second round is officially set, ladies and gentlemen. No waiting around. Let's get right into it. Okay, so Knicks are up 3-0. So are the Nuggets, the 8-seeded Nuggets, by the way, up 3-0. Let's see if they finish off the job. All right, so they're not going to quite win yet as the Timberwolves score 155 points, at least forcing a Game 5. The number 1 seed is in trouble against this Knicks team. The Knicks are honestly phenomenal. Jokic and Wade duo is fire. Let's see if the Knicks close things out and become the first team to reach the conference finals. It looks like a close one. Well, it was close. Now it's very close, actually, as a matter of fact. 5-point game, 4-point game. Okay, so the Knicks are going to take care of business. There you go, 24-5-6. And they are headed to the conference finals. First team to reach the conference finals. All right, next are the Lakers going to become the second team to reach the conference finals. You would expect to see them dominate with Wemby and Jordan, and now I think they finally are dominating after a tough 7-game series win. And there it is. Lakers move on to the conference finals. And we got 2 3-1 series. Let's see if the Pacers take out the Nets. Is the second round just going to go by with the breeze? Is that what 2K is going to give us here? Indeed it is, because the Pacers take care of business. And our last series of the second round is the Nuggets versus the Timberwolves. Here we go. 8-seeded Nuggets looking to go all the way to the conference finals. And we have a close game. Here we go. 1 minute and 37 seconds. 1-point game. Let's see if the Nuggets can reach the conference finals as the 8 seed and take out Steph and the Timberwolves. Here's Mitchell back out to Steph Curry. Curry with it. We've watched this team. I think this is the 3rd time hopping in and watching this team. Curry, that's a big-time three-pointer. Knocks it down, making it look just so easy. All right, here's Zion bringing up the ball. Of course, this Nuggets team. Who does this Nuggets team have again? Oh, they have Hakeem. Right. They have Hakeem Olajuwon. Jaylen Brown in the post on Donovan Mitchell. Flings it up and puts it in, tying up the game. Curry inside. 1 minute left. Puts it in with the left hand, and he now has a 2-point lead and does a little night-night celebration. You know, you never get to see Steph Curry do that night-night, so that's fun. Comes looking to tie up the game and then head to the conference finals. Porzingis, a big steal. Zion attempts to dive on the floor for it, and Porzingis goes all the way for a slam dunk. So 2-possession game, 34 seconds. Timberwolves are going to close things out. There you go. And force at least a Game 6. So we still have a series here in the second round. It's our last series, though, of course. We'll see if the Nuggets can take care of business here. And they're up 18 with 2 minutes left. So there it is. Denver Nuggets, the 8 seed, has made it all the way to the conference finals. And this is your final 4 of this mini little tournament. So let's see who wins this. Indiana versus New York. Lower accurate conference final. Knicks have a 3-1 lead. So let's see if they finish off the job. Here we go. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Thank God that nothing happened. Okay. Lakers up 3-1. Let's see if they finish off this number 8 seed. The 8 seed Cinderella run that the Nuggets went on is probably going to be over here. Whoa, it's close. 6-point game. 4-point. Okay, so Nuggets actually forced a game 6. Wow. All right, so Knicks take care of business. I should have hopped in, but I wasn't paying attention. And they are headed to the finals. Let's see if the Lakers can do the same thing now. Yo, this 8-seeded Nuggets team is low-key kind of crazy. Like, damn, game 7. Here we go. All right, let's see if we have a close game, or will the Lakers just take care of business? They were literally just up 3-1, so wow, it's close. It's a very close game 7. All right, 1-point game, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Let's see how Wemby and Michael Jordan play, man. We've been waiting for pretty much the whole video to watch them play, and now it is finally the time. Wait, Wemby's not in the game, though. Where's Wemby? 25, 6, and 10. Only 1 foul. So I don't know how he only has 1 foul, first of all. But second of all, I don't know why he's not in the game. Anyway, let's watch Jordan. Let's watch Jordan in a Laker jersey. Is that going to be a foul on him? Yeah, it is. Charging foul on Michael Jordan. Okay, now that I think they're going to sub in Wemby, I'm pretty sure, right? Yep, there he is. Wemby, guarded by Hakeem. What a fantastic matchup that is, not going to lie. Hakeem on the cut. Wemby can't stop the big man. Hakeem Olajuwon, what a play. All right. So Denver has a 1-point lead. This 8-seed Cinderella run is by no means over yet. Jordan, signature post fade is missed. Here's Jaylen Brown with it. Out to Lou Dort now. To Zion. Zion. Hakeem wants it, and he gets it. Come on, Wemby. Let's see that elite post defense that we all know and love. Look at this defense from Wemby. And Hakeem just can't get off a good shot. Keegan Murray with it. Jamal Murray. Jordan wants it, and he gets it. Jaylen Brown on him. Solid defender, and Jaylen Brown showing why he is known as one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. McBride has it. Screen comes from Dort. Hakeem wants it. Wemby, show off that paid defense, buddy. In the post. What a block from Wemby. Hakeem gets his own rebound, but then gets fouled. Big free throws for Hakeem as he misses one. Wow. There's the missed free throw. Second one is up, and it's good. All right, 20 seconds here. Victor Wembanyama, the biggest possession of the night. Wemby, kick out to Keegan Murray. Anunoby. 8 seconds. They need a 3. Jamal for the lead. Misses. They actually didn't need a 3. I don't know why I said that. There it is. The Nuggets. The Cinderella run from this 8-seeded Nuggets team are now in the finals. Knicks are up 1-0. Knicks are up 2-0. Knicks are up 3-0. Damn. Cinderella run is over. Jokic defeats the Denver Nuggets. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like, subscribe if you're new. We got a ton of fire hop-in games throughout this entire video, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. My name is Ethan. You guys are the best viewers on earth. I got a banger for you guys loaded up tomorrow. Let me know. Also, Retro 2K. I'm literally getting 2K16 most likely tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. My name is Ethan. You guys are the best viewers on earth, and I'm out. Peace.